everyone, so today I'm going to make homemade guacamole. This is, again, a super easy recipe. Lots of people, I think, are kind of intimidated by making homemade guac because I don't know if they know how easy it is, but it's really not that hard, and you can make it how you like it. Like if you like it spicy, you can add jalapeños. If you don't, then don't. You can add tomatoes to it if you want, but tomatoes kind of suck, so I don't know why you would do that, but you can do that. And same with like all the ingredients, really. You can make it however you want it to taste, which is awesome. And I lived in Texas for 4.5 years, and so was exposed to delicious guacamole and Mexican food down there. And in Canada, I can't seem to find good guac anywhere. So I started making it myself. Me and my friend put it together, a recipe, a couple of years ago, and so I'm still making it like that. And not to toot my own horn, but the best guac that I have had outside of the US. So here's the recipe that I'm going to use. I'll show you the ingredients, and again, you can modify it however you want. This is just the way that I make it, and if you want to cut some things out or change them up, that's totally fine. So yeah, let's get to it. If you're younger and making this, be with a parent. These are really big, sharp knives, so don't do this. And avocados can be really tricky to cut, so especially with the big seed in the middle. So make sure that you have a parent around to help you, because it ain't no fun to lose a finger when making guacamole. It kind of takes the joy out of it. Okay, so obviously you start with avocados. You can kind of decide how much you want. I'm just using 3. To tell if an avocado is good or not, I guess, I don't know, you just press on it, and if your thumb goes in pretty easy and leaves a little dent, usually you're pretty safe, and you don't want them to be really green. I think my mom made that mistake and bought a really green avocado because she wasn't too sure how to pick them, and it was super, super hard. So make sure they're nice and soft and quite black looking. And then you want to get some lime juice. I don't know if you can use lemon juice. I would stick with lime. I've never used lemon, but lime gives it a really nice taste. Some pepper and some salt. Our good friend minced garlic over here. I'm not sure if you would want to use garlic powder. Again, I've never done that before, and I think it might give it kind of a grainy sort of feel or texture. So I would get some minced garlic or chop up your own garlic. I'm gonna use, I know, very shocking, I'm going to use half of this onion. You can add more if you want, but I'm trying to grow up, and so we're gonna put half of an onion in there and make it a little bit chunky and dice it up real nice. Then I know that people are gonna maybe be upset with me about this, but I'm gonna add a little bit of Greek yogurt at the end, plain Greek yogurt. Some people do add like yogurt or sour cream, and some people think that that is like a crime against their family. The only reason that I'm really doing that is because I have Greek yogurt that needs to be used, and so I thought that this would be a good way to use it. It adds sort of a creaminess to it, but sometimes I don't add it, and sometimes I do. It just kind of depends if you want to or not, but you definitely don't have to if you don't want to. I'm also going to be adding some jalapeños. I'm gonna chop these up really nice, as I will show you. I don't know, I don't really like coming across huge chunks of jalapeños. If you do, then cool, cut them not so fine as I do. And also, if you wanted to buy like a jalapeno specifically for this, then you can totally do that and use a fresh one. I just have these little containers, and I find that they pack quite a punch, and it's just more convenient for me that way. And last but not least is cilantro. Okay, so you can see I have my little helper here with me. You better stay on the chair. So we're just gonna start with cutting the avocados. That's a really big knife. I'm gonna use a smaller one. Ooh, that's a good one. Not too bad. You know, it's a bit of hit and miss with avocados. You're never really sure. And like, I don't know, I'm not the biggest fan. I know some people love avocados, and that's totally cool. I'm just not a big fan of them on their own. I need them to be kind of in like a sandwich or mixed with a bunch of stuff and made into guac. I know some people can eat an avocado just like as it is, and good for you. He's scratching on the chair. Thanks. The taste is just, doesn't really do it for me. So I have to add in a lot of tastiness to them. feel like I should show you guys what Link is up to with his 3 legs. Can you see that? Oh, he just got down. He was balancing on 3 legs on the back of a chair. Psst. Hey, Linkster. You're so handsome. Look at you balancing. Wow. You're doing such a great job. Where are you going? Oh, wow. He is an ambitious fellow that is for sure always testing his limits to see what he can climb, if it is possible. He's a very good boy, aren't you? Off he goes. So those avocados are actually pretty good. Sometimes I've gotten some really bad ones, and that's very sad. So here are my beautiful avocados in their bowl. This is my guacamole bowl. I always make guac in this bowl. I don't know why. It's special. And now we're just gonna add a whole bunch of stuff to it. Again, like my granola, I really don't have much of a solid recipe for this. It's just kind of go with the flow and see how it works. Oh, I don't know if anybody else, but like, because I'm not swimming, my nails are growing and it's so nice and they're not getting broken off at the gym. And, you know, I thought I'd do some henna because why not, right? The chlorine kills henna. I used to do this a lot when I was younger, but it comes off in the water so quickly. Now, though, you know, why not? And did my nails because they're nice and long for once. Okay, so it doesn't really matter what order you do things in terms of adding stuff to it. I'm gonna chop up this onion first. Ooh, it's disgusting. Okay. Well, we're gonna see what it looks like on the inside. Doesn't look great in the middle. What the heck? Oh well, we'll figure it out. Gross. What the heck? Ew. Well, you know what? We're just gonna use what we can. It's just the center of it isn't very nice. Let me show you. Look at my onion. That's not okay. Oh well, I'm gonna just try to use like the outsides. I don't know if that's okay, but I'm just gonna avoid that part and hope that I don't food poison myself. See, this is why you don't buy onions, because they're actually the worst. And I cut up my onion for this pretty fine. If you really like onions, I guess you could make them bigger and then have like nice big chunks of onions. If that's what you're into, you can really cut it however you like, because it's your guac and you make it your way. Little pieces, so that it gives a little bit of a chunk, but not too much of a chunk, you know? Okay. Don't really feel it too much with onions in the first place, let alone when it's all messed up on the inside. Okay, so I added like a quarter of the onion. I kind of did what I could with like the disgustingness of it. And yeah, again, hopefully I don't die. We'll find out. And now I'm gonna chop up some cilantro. Am I? Yes. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. I know that there are some people who hate cilantro. And that's fine. Just don't add it in if you don't like it. Not a big deal. Do whatever you want, just chopping off the ends that I don't want. There's some big stalks. And taking out some of the stems that I don't really want to have in my mouth. Jeez Louise. I blame the grocery store for making me pick through all these and take the stems out, because anytime I bought it at Safeway, it wasn't an issue, but no time. Good enough. That's what it's all about here. Good enough. Okay, and then with the cilantro, you just want to basically chop the heck out of it and make it really nice and small. All right, so like I said, chop the heck out of it, and it makes it into this nice little, I don't know, pile of chopped leaves. And I just eyeball things, as you know, if you watch my granola video. So we're just gonna take like a, you know, healthy amount and plop it right in there. I'm gonna add some more because I like cilantro. Please don't hate me. Cool, okay, we'll see how that goes. We're gonna brush the rest of the cilantro to the side. And what I'd like to do with the extra cilantro that I haven't used but is already nice and cut up is that I freeze it. I don't know if that's like a super kosher thing to do, but seems to work. So whatever. And then you have some cilantro that you can use later and it tastes fine. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. So that's what I do. And I'm still here. So I find cilantro is hard to find in a dried kind of format like the rest of the spices. So anyways, that's an idea if you guys wanted to do that. So now I'm going to cut up my jalapenos. Again, if you don't like jalapenos, don't use them. But I like having a little bit of spice. And these are like pickled jalapenos, right? So they are nice and soft. And so I'm going to cut them up into sort of a fine paste, almost. I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. Again, with a big scary knife. And like, yeah, you can totally use a real jalapeno, and a jalapeno that is fresh and not pickled. That's totally up to you. This is just super convenient. Just have a little jar of them hanging out and you can use them for other things too, like nachos. Maybe I'll make nachos with this. I just got a cast iron skillet too, so I'm very excited to try that out. So maybe I'll make some nachos in my cast iron skillet now that I have guacamole too. Okay, so like I said, like a fine paste. You didn't believe me, but that's what it is. It looks pretty disgusting, but I think that's probably a good amount. I'm gonna start here with the jalapenos. I might have to add more later, but that looks like a pretty good amount. Let me scrape up all of that goodness and plop it in there. Is that all the chopping we have to do? I think so. That's great. That's what takes the longest. So now we're going to add some garlic. I don't really know how much. I'm gonna get another spoon. Okay, so I don't really know how much. Yeah. Probably 2 of those. You know. Pile of garlic on top. Some pepper, of course, if you have it already ground up. That actually saves lots of time because this is kind of painstaking. So, sure. That looks good. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of salt. And then with the lime juice, I think this is a new one. Yeah. Okay, so with the lime juice too, that's the thing you wanna be kind of careful with because you can make it too acidic and then it can just not taste great. So I would start with like a modest amount and then taste it and then add some more. You can always add more things even after you've mixed it and like squished everything up together. You can still add stuff and mix it in, so don't worry about that. That's probably good. And now's the fun part, is taking a fork and squishing all of this stuff together and making it all friends and happy together. If you wanted to mash the avocados first to see what you had and then add in the stuff after that, totally fine, you can do that. And depending on how chunky you like your guacamole, you can make it super smooth or you can make it super chunky. Totally up to you. This looks good. I almost forgot my Greek yogurt, so I'm gonna add in a spoon of that. And of course, I'm not prepared, I need to get another spoon. So not too much of this, I wouldn't recommend anyways. Not that I'm an expert or anything. So this is like a heaping teaspoon, maybe a little bit more. Let's try that. And then you just mix it up. Aw, it makes it look so pretty. People bash on putting creamy stuff in guacamole, but I think it makes it look more appetizing, honestly. So this is the guac, all mixed together. Oh, that was kind of gross. All mixed together. Again, if you want it to be more chunky, just mix it less and mash them less. And if you want it to be smoother, you can smooth it out more. It's totally up to you. So we're gonna have a little taste test and see what it's like and then go from there. Is anybody else's hair getting unruly? Stay back. Give it a little scoop. Gotta get a nice amount so you know what you're dealing with. That's pretty good. I think I might add more jalapeno. Yeah. If you don't like the way that it tastes, or you feel like you need to add a little something to to enhance the flavors and your experience. Once you've already mixed it, totally okay to go ahead and add like any of these ingredients back in and mix it up again. It's not gonna ruin it or anything like that. But yeah, that's it. I'm gonna just add some jalapenos and maybe a little more cilantro, but yeah, that's pretty good. That's my recipe. I'll put it in the description below so that if you don't wanna listen to me and watch me make this for like, I don't know, 20 minutes or whatever it was, then that's totally fine. If you wanted to add tomatoes to this, although I don't know why anybody would because tomatoes are disgusting, but if you do, I would recommend, not that I know a lot, but my friends and I have made this before, and some people do like tomatoes, and I will eat it if there are tomatoes in it, and that's what we've done, and it turned out really good. I would get those little cherry tomatoes and cut them, obviously, and I would go in there and scoop out all the seeds and the stuff that can make it really wet, because otherwise your guacamole is gonna be super watery, and nobody likes watery guacamole. So yeah, you can go in there and cut the little like tomatoes in half and then scoop out all the insides, and then you can cut up the tomato and throw it in there, I guess. I mean, if you want to ruin it, but yeah, that would be my advice on tomatoes, I guess. So that's it for this vlog episode, I don't know, whatever, of Recipes with Rachel, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or recommendations to make a guacamole better, I'm always open to that. I've heard of people adding like pineapple to it. Again, I don't know, some people are really against pineapple and things, so I don't know if you would want to do that, but you can totally do that if you want to. And yeah, stay healthy, stay safe. Hope that all the swimmers and stuff are finding ways of staying active and not feeling too bad about not being able to get into a pool. We're all not able to get into a pool, so at least we can all commiserate with that. Like I say, just come up with fun things to do, like henna or something like that, and time goes by a bit faster. So anyways, bye everyone.